Good morning, everyone. I'm Jeremy Hanovas.
And I'm Patricia Duty, and we're your hosts for today.
I hope you guys are staying safe and hydrated, especially during these times. This pandemic has truly affected us and our way of living, right, Badge?
That's unfortunately right. Every single thing we do right now is done online through the screens of our laptops or cell phones. It's sad and quite hard to adjust to our lifestyle right now. But that won't stop the election to bring you the latest topics concerning not only news seen on TV but get updates on Kisay as well. We'll find any ways to deliver news to you, Shenshens. So, watch out for more and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow the election on Facebook and Twitter.
Now, for our first video to celebrate this talk show and channel's launch, we have distinguished guests from Pisay's Alumni Association, which has been active in giving help and support to the whole Sensation community.
We have two representatives from the Alumni Association. For the first representative, he is a certified public accountant by profession, having expanded his practice in the areas of public sector management, research, knowledge management, and education. He is, at present, a senior consultant for knowledge management at the Asian Development Bank and a government relations consultant at Public Sector Engaged in Singapore. A proud Shenzhen at heart, he graduated from Quezon City Science High School, where after 18 years of missing his alma mater, he returned to give back and is now one of the directors of Quezon City Science High School Alumni Association. Hailing from the QCSHS class of 1999, let us all welcome Sir Macrae Banderlipe II.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Oh,
Hi,
good morning
sir.
pala,
Yes, sir.
sorry. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, right?
For our second guest, he is a professional manager with more than 35 years of experience in the corporate and public sectors. He served the Philippine government in varying roles with the Presidential Management Staff, the Office of the Press Secretary, the Development Academy of the Philippines, and a degree in management. All he aspires for now is to become a YouTube sensation. His cameo was recently released by a group known for viral videos. An alumnus of QCHS Batch 79, let us welcome Sir Dennis Legaspi.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Thank you for inviting us here.
It is our pleasure.
It's such an honor to be able to hear the projects planned for the school. But first, the election wants to know how you, Sir Dennis, and Sir Macrae have been coping up with the pandemic.
Who goes first?
Sir Dennis?
Okay. Okay, let's start with the work mode. Working from home is not it's not new to me, no, because I've been working as a consultant for several years already, and I usually work at home. The only difference now is that when I get tired working, is to go to coffee shops where I
Yes.
also work. I usually go out, just to have a change of environment.
To freshen
So,
up
but
your
but
mind,
I
sir.
don't. Yeah, I've always been a cyberspace citizen, and I work very well in the cyberspace. So I have no problems coping with the pandemic in that regard. No, it's the monotony that's giving me problems, no, or that's the part where I need to make adjustments, because from time to time you want to break the monotony by going
Yes.
someplace.
Changing your
But
environment.
but aside from that, I have no problem coping with the pandemic.
Pandemic.
I tell my friends and my family that, if you cannot live with yourself, no, you cannot be comfortable anywhere. But if you're very comfortable just being by yourself, no, studying your lesson,
Thank you,
online,
sir.
then I don't think you'll have a problem.
How about you, Sir Macrae? Were you able to adjust to society's new normal?
Fortunately, yes. I'm just grateful that I have all the means for me to be able to cope up with this pandemic.
That's good to hear.
During this time, although of course, it doesn't really make you uh, be more of someone who is more fortunate than everyone else. So it also gave me the opportunity to find ways of making others cope as well. So I try to engage in other activities and also in ways that I can help communities or I can help other people to also ease the burden that they're experiencing. As for me, also I'm also used to spend some time working at the office and working from home. So it doesn't seem to be a big adjustment for me. But since I'm also studying for my PhD, it's quite
Wow.
challenging because
Wow.
PhD.
forget it.
No.
But just see the thing is, I also have the experience the challenges of the student. I
Yes.
also experienced challenges or the struggles of studying in the new normal because
Yes.
when everyone seems to be enjoying the face-to-face sessions or learning one another from in those sessions. So that and making an abrupt shift to online learning made a huge adjustment for me to the point that I wasn't able to fulfill my course requirements on time. But within my university, they proposed an extension program for us to complete our requirements. So I was able to catch up. So currently, I'm now reviewing for my exams while doing all this work in front of me.
Wow.
Yes.
No,
Multitasker, sir.
that's not
Online
good.
classes are quite a challenge.
Yeah,
Time
but
management.
yeah, it's just a matter of time management, though.
Yeah, true. Now, moving on. For our first question, with the pandemic going on now, and now that all of us are advised to stay at home, what have been the plans of the association? What projects have you been preparing? Sir McCray?
Well, the projects didn't really, we really didn't think about those projects in an instant because our primary instinct is for us to save ourselves and save our families as well from the effects of this pandemic. Of course, that's the first thing that we have to do. But over the course of over the past few months after the pandemic erupted or whatever, somehow we've seen a lot of efforts being done by the alumni,
Yes.
and even my batch also started to take action in finding ways to help, especially those who were affected by this pandemic.
Yes.
So yeah, and then I guess that's for me. I think having those initiatives, whether in the individual or collective or batch level, the alumni association were able to notice all of these things that are happening and the efforts that are being exerted. So why not really make it as a initiative of the alumni community? Why not establish an umbrella initiative for that? So that's when the current initiative of the alumni association called Shensha, the New Normal 2020, was born last August 29, 2020.
Like the giving of pocket Wi-Fi's po.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
tablets.
the biggest objective of the
Alumni.
effort. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
When since December and in the early months of 2020, we were looking at the anniversary celebration. It's always the highlight of
Yeah.
the
Foundation
activities of the alumni association. Okay, because we want our silver jubilarians, golden jubilarians to to celebrate, and then everybody celebrates with them. Okay. There were several things that were planned, so a year ago that were canceled, and one of that is the golden anniversary celebration of Batch 70.
Ooh.
They were supposed to have a graduation ceremony because
Oh,
they're
really?
yeah, they're the only Quezon City Science High School batch who didn't have a graduation ceremony
Oh, why,
because
sir?
Oh.
during those times in the 70s, there's this austerity program which banned any activity which is deemed expensive or costly. So
That's sad.
as a public school, they were not allowed to have a graduation ceremony.
So it was
Um,
supposed to be scheduled this year
last
po.
last September, yeah, they were supposed to have a graduation
Oh.
ceremony. Um, so they were supposed to have a fun event.
Yes.
Now the details
Yes.
have not yet been finalized, but there were plans to have that. So when the pandemic came, no, and there were lockdowns, no, actually the board has not met physically until September 16, no, as a board.
Ooh.
No, the last time we met was in December to wrap up the activities in 2019. No, me personally was absent the entirety of 2019 except for that last meeting in December because my previous work did not allow me to attend the meetings. Okay, so there were two batches heavily affected because batch makray sila, no? Batch yung the 25th anniversary celebrants. They were supposed
90,
to
95.
they were supposed to host the homecoming, no, this year.
Mhm.
Now anyway, initially we were very reactive in how we are going to help the school
Pandemic.
during this period. Okay, yeah, the first time we came out of our respective quarantines was when the school called for yung brigada eskwela,
Eskwela.
Yes.
because
Yes.
Yeah.
aside from the need for cleaning implements and things like that, the school requested
Proper
for
sanitation.
yeah for PPEs, no, for masks, face shields, alcohol, and other things that we need, no, because of the pandemic. So
How
several
did you prepare for this?
no, in our case, in my case, and the case of my batch 79, uh, uh, in around June we were already helping other groups, no, in getting face masks and face shields. I actually asked my friends who are helping hospitals and frontliners to give me
Hey.
several boxes of alcohol and face
Oh.
mask. So we delivered it to the school.
Decide.
I delivered it to the
Nice.
school. Fortunately, there are three faculty members in the board. No, so we get feedback from them. No, si your advisor, si Gracie,
Miss
Grace.
Espanol.
and then Rayjan and Jason. So I went to the school several times, and then I saw your teachers. No, you have to give credit to the teachers who I see they're preparing for your
Yes.
modules initially when
Yes.
DepEd
Yes.
has not yet declared that you're going to online classes. No,
Classes.
they were preparing modules. I think that it's being designed like the way homeschooling, no, was designed. Okay, but then it became obvious that the school needs a lot of help, no, because of the new normal and the new
Yes.
way that the classes will be conducted. So tanong kami, what do you need? So initially we were told they need printers. That's why my batch, the initial fundraiser from my batch was for us
Printers.
to buy printers, no, to be donated to the school. So we
That's
bought
very good.
three. Now there's extra money. We reserved several thousand pesos
That's
because we were looking at that time we are already looking at getting pocket Wi-Fi's for the students.
So you
ah.
already bought printers na po.
Yeah, oo. We delivered it in August, no? Kaya lang, yung formal
Mm.
turnover, sinabay namin nung September 16. So yun ganon. So we listen and we're told what are needed. Then we try
Take
to get
action.
to take action to get sponsorship. No? Yung
Sir, may I go back to the
mm,
golden graduation?
yeah.
Will you still continue that virtually or you'll just postpone it for next year?
Okay. So isa lang yung board member who's in that batch, si General Ojeda. They had an online reunion. Actually, the money some of the money, that they raised for their 50th anniversary was donated to the effort that was mentioned by Macrae, no. Dinonate na lang nila yung pera for the purchase of packet Wi-Fi's. Actually sa kanila, most of their money will go to the subsidy for the loads, for the data
Yes.
loads. So
Wow.
dinonate na lang nila.
So instead of having
Yes.
golden,
Graduation.
wow.
Yes.
That's very noble of them.
Yeah. And most of them are retirees, no. And yun lang, sayang kasi
Yes.
I have a brother in that batch. So
But still, they can continue that. Since I'm part of the SSG, I'll ask or I'll add that to the plan of the SSG, especially for next year's Foundation Day,
mhm.
Yeah,
to give back
that
for all
would be
the
fine.
efforts and
Yes.
Yeah.
for all the
Sana nga.
efforts and help.
Yeah.
Yes po.
Oo, sana.
Yes
Well,
po.
yung
Because-
sinabi ni Macrae, why we have that umbrella effort. Alam nyo, hindi kami nag-uusap but the different batches, they on their own, they move to solicit and
Yes.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
generate fund for this. Tapos since napapansin nga namin everyone is moving, that's when the alumni association decided to get everybody together under one project para mas effective at
Maximize yung effect.
maximize kasi
Yes.
baka magdoble-doble. So that's what happened.
All your efforts help a lot of sessions.
Yeah. Ngayon, yung tanong nyo, ano yung project? We intend to do this for at least 10 months. Or,
10 months.
to the end of this school year. Siguro, if the situation does not improve, then I think we still have to continue.
Prolong the, yes.
So this is for the long haul, kaya medyo kinokontrol din namin kasi
Yeah.
yung
Yes,
hindi naman
fun.
unlimited yung resources ng
Yes. You have limited resources only.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. Now that everything is held online, do you think that these online classes would be effective for all Shenshans? We know that not all Shenshans have the privilege to own well-functioning Wi-Fi and devices that will help them. What are your thoughts on this?
Okay.
It- just to be frank about it, I think we are going to experience birth pains. I mean, everyone is going to transition into something that is really not normal for us. But I think the most important thing is the fact that we are all working together to somehow ease the
Manage.
burden brought by this transition. So, in fact, what our batch actually did was, even before the initiative, like also Dennis said, what they did with the batch. In fact, our batch raised funds to provide for computer units to this for identified Chenchans whom we believe the contacts of our contacts told us that they're in need of these computer units.
Yes.
So those form of help, whether it's a computer unit or a pocket Wi-Fi or even the tablet that will be provided by the city government. We hope that this will be very useful in enabling a seamless transition from face to face to online learning.
classes.
It will be a challenging. We're anticipating many challenges
Yes.
beginning Monday, but we hope to smoothen out the edges, the rough edges, as the months go by, and even before the school year ends.
Mm.
Patricia, your question, you
Yes,
said,
sir.
will this online system be effective? Is that part of your
Yes po.
question?
Yes po.
Yes.
Well, it's not a question of whether it will be effective, but a question of what are your options. So I am not. This is for our educators and to study. No, ako hindi kasi I'm not a professional educator. Well, I was a teacher, but in the collegiate level. But we have professionals, who are experts in educating people. But the option is not to have anything. So I think whatever can be delivered, whether online or through modules, then I think you should continue. Um,
Learning.
yeah,
Yes.
the learning process.
They
I'm quite
do
familiar
what we
with
have.
I'm quite familiar with homeschooling, no, because my
Yes.
kid, no, went through a homeschooling
School.
process before she attended college. But there are things that can be effectively learned, no, through homeschooling, through online
Time
and through
management.
modules. Yeah. My opinion is that it's better to have something than nothing.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Make the best
Uh,
out of everything.
yeah. On the issue of whether 100% or everyone can be online, no, as no, I'll change hats, no, as a former government official, no, I think na we should take all the effort to deliver it to everybody, but it's really impossible, no. We have problems of logistics, diba? Problems that because we are in the country is an archipelago, no, delivering.
Yes.
We have a very bad telecommunication system and everything.
Internet connection.
Yeah, so you can see the effort. No, there are some teachers in remote villages, no,
Yes.
where they
Remote
deliver
areas.
they delivered the modules. Will this be effective? But at this point, there are doubts, no. But yun
We
nga,
hope. We hope so.
yeah. But in management and in managing a country, you don't shoot for something only when you are already 100% sure. No,
Yes.
you try to reach the majority as much as possible. There will be winners and losers in any decision. There are losers and there are winners, but we want to minimize the number of losers, no, in any situation.
And there's no harm in trying naman po.
Yeah, we should continue trying. Yun nga, sa ibang schools, maririnig mo, this is really an experiment. No?
Yes. This has never been done before.
Yeah, yeah. Walang may
Yeah.
experience ito.
And kumbaga
So,
parang I would even remember yata Dennis na saying that the telco company who
Yeah.
well, you can mention Smart already. Smart in their speech during the turnover last September 16, they said that our initiative was kind of unique because it is not the parents of the parents who are asking for help from them or from even other telco companies to provide the resources for them. It's actually the alumni association and even the school who approached Smart to support them. And yeah,
that's the major difference, no, because your teachers and your administration, no, they acted on it on their own without
yeah.
waiting for the parents and the students to ask them to do so, and the alumni association was there also. At yun nga ang it's a very good, we are touched actually because without us telling the different batches that we need to do this, no, there were
You come
parallel
up together.
efforts. Yeah.
Yes.
When yung batch namin is the one which asked for the support of Smart. When we started doing that, actually, we were looking at producing for everyone yung 300 something na kailangan. Buti na lang nga, so then we found out the another batch, but 77 has already purchased 120 units.
Wow.
Marami pa nga sa nakuha namin kasi Smart gave us 112 units, no? Kasi marami rin daw lumalapit sa kanila.
Yes.
Yun, so yun nga, ang sabi nga, kasi binigyan talaga to ng attention eh. In fact, vice president level yung pumunta sa school to turn this over.
Wow.
Yeah, and sinabi kasi nga, the difference between Kisay and the the other
Other
schools is
schools.
that nag-organize ang alumni association and the school administration to to try to give everyone a pocket Wi-Fi at least to connect.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Alumni Association.
Thank you. Yeah, speaking of these projects, how will you execute these projects with assurance that everybody involved in the project is safe from the virus? Like, did you make any precautions?
Safe from what?
The virus.
The virus.
Like the giving
Yes.
out of tablets or the
Yes.
pocket
See,
Wi-Fi.
McRae was there to give out the first batch. So of course, maybe
we're
McRae
sure, yeah.
can explain.
So we started, yun nga Dennis says, so we started distributing the pocket Wi-Fi pocket Wi-Fi devices last Wednesday.
Monday.
Oh,
Wednesday,
Yeah.
Wednesday kami
Wednesday.
nag-distribute, and then tapos ang nangyari parang, I think we already distributed probably around 70% of the total recipients.
Units, yeah.
We were able to give units that were already assigned. Of course, we observed the proper distancing measures as well,
yes,
and
the
also
guidelines.
we ensured that the guidelines. Also, we sanitized the areas where we're going to distribute the
Distribution.
devices. So we also keep on reminding their also. I mean, one of the measures also is we are also asking the parents to, as simple as have to bring your ball pen because bring your own ball pen because
Yes.
we don't want the sharing of the pens, right? So as much as possible. Yeah. So
Kahit
yun
nung-
lang, we were
kahit
able to
nung
complete the measures
turnover.
naman.
Yeah, we take risks pero yun yung small
Yes,
details
there's
like bringing your own pen. I think
Safety
sila
could mean a
McRae,
lot.
they brought their own
Yeah.
spoon and fork, no? So when they have lunch, they have their own.
Yes.
We
Yes.
just take the necessary precautions. No, we try to, di ba in the IATF policy, senior citizens are not supposed to attend the mass gatherings, but
To go
you cannot
outside.
stop it, like batch 70, all of them are senior citizens, but we take risks, just to be able to deliver on
Yes, to give help to
on
us.
on
Thank you.
on our
Thank you,
target.
sir.
Thank you for your
And-
sacrifice and taking the risk.
Sometimes taking risks. Sometimes you just have to take those risks.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
To help
agree.
others, yes.
Basta
Yeah.
basta mas mataas yung yung objective, yung motive, you take risks.
Yeah.
There are risks, but
Yeah.
of course, you considered
Yes.
safety precautions.
So you go out when
Ah.
it's really very important, that you attend to something. It's like, like getting food is important. That's why you go out and go to the
Yes.
groceries in
Yes.
the market.
Mm.
So siguro, that's one of the things that you should consider. You take that if the returns are really important.
Yeah, the risk is something that's unavoidable, but it is something that we can manage, right?
Yes.
So kaya may concept ng risk management.
I like that quote, sir.
Hindi naman. Finance lang din yan.
Recently, some teachers have shared of the newly renovated gym for the school. What are your thoughts on and reaction on this, sirs?
Of the school, you've been there. So,
Yeah.
any thoughts
Yes.
on how this will impact the Ciencias and Kisai's performance in athletic and extracurricular activities?
It's a very important facility. I don't know, during that, McRae is like 20 years younger than me. I don't know what the situation was during that time. I was an athlete in high school and
Really?
college. Wala kaming facilities sa Quezon City Science. Kaya yung football field namin noon, yung matataas yung grass.
Yeah.
And it's very dangerous talaga to play there.
It's very rocky.
Yeah, and we're happy that you have that facility because, sabi nga nila, I'm sorry, I'll quote something from Ateneo, yung mens sana in corpore mano. a sound mind, no, a sound body. So aside from a
Yes.
very strong mind, it's important to have a
You should be
physically fit.
also physically fit. Yes, sir.
Mm.
That's
Tapos
right.
with that facility, you can do a lot of things, no? Kaya nga lang itong pandemic ang nag-stop eh.
True,
No?
sir.
Yeah.
By the way, yung may isang alumnus, no, yung batch nila, they were able to secure some lockers for the gym.
Lockers?
Yeah,
Wow.
Oh.
donated by may isang what you call this, may isang call center company na naka-base dyan sa Techno Hub. They decided to close their office there, but they donated some of their equipment.
Oh,
So
wow.
nung
It's
Nice.
very nice.
I know him. He's 2 batches ahead from me. Nung una ayaw namin kunin sabi ko it's big. What are we going to do with that? Then he called me Dennis, remember when we play football or basketball, nilalagay lang natin sa ilalim ng aratilis yung mga gamit.
Sa benches, sa island.
That's a blockers for the students and for your guests, no? Because with that facility, you can already host many things, after this pandemic. You can host science fairs, di ba? You can host quizzes, contests,
graduations,
tournaments, no?
Yeah.
It's good.
Even the alumni homecoming, of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
What was being mentioned by your teacher Ray dyan was yung wala yatang shower yung
showers.
Shower. So I think it's nice to have
Soon.
those facilities.
Yeah, soon may install naman yan.
Sana abutan nyo
Actually,
kaya lang graduating kayo no? But
won't experience the gymnasium.
Yeah, I mean magagamit naman. Oo. But I think kasi parang din parang iniisip din, one of the things na kasi nag-uusapan was since 'di ba yung mga yung mga spaces dun sa baba ng gymnasium are devoted to laboratory rooms, and other learning facilities din para 'di ba para magamit yung mga spaces. So parang we're also wondering then if would it be possible kaya for alumni to have naming rights over this rooms and facilities, or even the pillars of the Kisay Dome. So, parang probably siguro after we all emerge from this pandemic, baka the next project of the alumni might be providing raising funds. Yeah, not just equipment, but basically raising funds to name a laboratory or a classroom for them. Pero of course, yung mga funds, so yung mga concept ng naming rights. So basically yung mga yung funds na may raise doon will be turned over to the school to be managed, or kung ano man ang gagawin ng school doon. But of course, it should support the learning and even the non-academic endeavors of the students. Kasi naman yan we are raising, the alumni is very generous when it comes to giving. They just need to have a clear purpose. Yeah, they just need to have a clear purpose of why they're raising those funds and for what is the intended use of those funds that they're raising. Just basically, it's a matter of being transparent.
Yeah, to expand on what McRae is saying, I'm not sure if this is the first time that we have a corporate sponsorship. No? In the case of our class, kasi dalawa yan yung pocket Wi-Fi and saka yung I have a friend who owns a paper company who donated 50 reams of A4 paper. Yeah, 50 reams kasi nahuli ako humingi so 50 reams binigay niya. Ang point ko kasi ganito, I know McRae knows this also. We came to I also came from an environment where we function because of grants, and donations
and supports.
What we need to develop is for the Quezon City Science High School to have that track record of efficiently and effectively managing donations and grants. Because if we are able to project an image, similar to that, then we can
sponsor.
Yeah, we can attract corporate sponsors and other grant giving agencies or organizations hey, take a look at Quezon City Science High School. It's a small school, but we have a lot of talent there. Why not support us? No, why not support the laboratories,
Students.
the scientific
Help their
effort?
development.
Why not support the electron? Because we have good journalists coming out of the
Yes.
electron.
Thank you.
Oh.
Wow.
Maiksi yung ano ko no, yung CV ko ba until December 2019 I was an editor in a broadsheet. Editor ako ng Manila Bulletin.
Wow.
Yeah, so yun yung isa kong hat, no, pero hindi yun ang primary profession ko eh. Parang nag-stop over lang ako doon. I mean, yun, yung again, balikan ko yung point. Let's show to the world that Quezon City Science High School
Deserving.
is a good beneficiary, no, and they can deliver the based on the objectives of the donor agency. No, let's tulungan nyo kami diyan. No?
That's why we made that. So we made the primer, Dennis, di ba? Kasi that primer kasi is very it actually is very useful in delivering your pitch to the community and to those who are interested to help.
Well, I came from a 70s batch, no? We call ourselves the last of the 70s. Which is the topic of an article that I want to submit to the Electron, no? So as a contribution.
Go, sir.
Kasi kami naman sa batch the boomers, no? we want first yun sila Macrae, no? Tapos yung susunod kay Macrae to continue. Let's make this a tradition, no?
Yes, giving back to the school.
Giving back and spending the donations wisely.
Yes.
Because you have to develop that reputation para hindi magsawa ang tumutulong.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes,
diba?
yes.
Yan si Patricia, si Jeremy, nasa labas na rin kayo. Congressman na si Jeremy. Babalik siya sa Quezon City Science with the confidence na, if I give some of my funds to Quezon City Science.
Knowing it won't go to waste.
Yeah. Yun
It
sana.
will be used properly.
Help us in developing that attitude.
That is a noble effort.
Kayo ang primary communication group sa Quezon City Science.
Yeah. Kasi we'll probably have the same story. I mean, all of us after leaving QSI, all of us after leaving QSI, lahat naman tayo. We started, we went to college, we studied, we take further studies, di ba? We're starting to create our niche in the world, di ba? So we're building our careers. Lahat naman tayo dadaan dyan. At kayo din, dadaan din kayo dyan. So you'll probably forget your school for some time. But then,
looking back,
there will be a time though na ma-realize na, kailangan na pala nating bumalik. And then you have to figure out, and then when you come back, parang yun na, that will be the start of everything na, figuring out how can you, first you probably want to reconnect muna with your teachers, reconnect with your batchmates. Then eventually, doon na magsisimula yung journey ninyo on how will you give back to the school and how will you also reconnect with one another. Kasi it's a matter of it's part of a journey na kailangan ma-miss mo din yung school, and then pag na-miss mo na siya, then balikan mo na.
You will have a burning desire to help and give back.
Ganito yan. You focus in improving yourself, no? Achieve your dreams. But always remember, di ba, that you have that alma mater which
helped you grow.
Yeah, which provided you with the foundation of your expertise. Actually, di ba? Marami sa atin ganun. A lot of my lessons in high school I still fall back on.
Apply in life.
Yeah, I once was given an exam na the last time I saw the types of problems was in fourth year high school, no? But then, because of a strong foundation from Quezon City Science High School, I was able to pass the examination.
To become very successful.
I took my PhD exam late in life, but after 30 years of leaving Quezon City Science High School, but I was surprised as I was able to remember the lessons. I was able to answer the questions. Ganon. May mga ganong pagmumulat no? May mga ganong makikita mo. Nakita ako na ito nun no? Kayo, tapos kung magko-continue kayo, you are electron people, di ba?
Yes.
To continue kayo sa communications or journalism, mas maalala nyo, may dalawang nambola sa amin noon eh.
Electron.
Pero may natutunan pala kami sa kanila.
Yes, a
Okay?
valuable lesson.
Focus on your careers, on your
Yes.
aspirations. But yan, sabi nga ni McRae, there will come a time na sabi, let's pay it forward. Okay? Maganda nga ngayon kasi nagpapalitan na tayo. Diba?
Yeah.
So,
I love the insight.
Yeah. After 10 years nyo of leaving Quezon City Science High School, merong mas matanda sa inyo na naka 25 years, naka 30 years, magtutulungan na kayo to pay it forward.
So, sir, going back to the gym topic, we might not know, sir, the golden graduation might be held on that new gymnasium.
Sana nga eh, no? Sana nga.
Yeah, we're wishing let's give them let's give them a proper
proper graduation.
They deserve.
Yes, they deserve that. After all they've done for the school.
Yeah.
So before we end this show, please take this opportunity to give a message to Sentients who will be starting their classes this October.
Dear Sentients, the ideal is for us to be able to help everyone, no? But at this moment, if we cannot, no, I hope you agree, and I'm sure you agree that we should first help those who are most in need.
Yes.
Okay, so that's number one, and that if you encounter any difficulties, let's keep on going. No, this is the first time that this has happened in the whole world, no, and not just what we call is just pursue, no, pursue whatever is pursue your education. Try to cope with whatever is available to you, but then we're not. Don't be shy, no, in shouting out a need for help, no.
Yes.
Hindi namin mag-guarantee that we can help, but if we know your problems, then maybe we can find ways of at least minimizing the impact, no, of the situation. So we'll be here to find ways of helping you.
Yes, it's very
Never
comforting
stop
to hear.
learning.
Yeah.
For me naman siguro, I would say that during these trying times that we are in, I hope that this coming school year would bring out the best in every Shenshan today, and because that's the only way that we can make this our experience of this pandemic more relevant and more significant, and we will also learn to develop in us the need to be compassionate, to express compassion or to show compassion to other people, especially to those in need. And at the same time, just continue the journey. I mean, just hang in there, and we'll all get through this.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Lastly, again, before we end this meeting, will it be okay to have a short photo op?
Yeah, we want to see Alejandra, Emerson, Janina, Jan.
Si Dominic
Jan, Dominic, I want to see
Dominic
you.
na, hindi ka namin nakita yung picture mo.
Saka pwede pakitext nyo yung advisor nyo at sumama sa photo.
Oh, sure, sir.
Si Gracie.
Si Gracie.
I'll text her.
Nasa si Dominic, parang nangyari, parang nagulat siya. Ha? Hindi. Masaya ka ba dyan? Parang hindi. Yeah. Okay lang yan.
And type, sino bang si Patricia, what do you do for the Electron?
I'm a new member of this TV broadcasting, and since the past few years, I'm busy with volleyball and other extracurricular activities. Now's the time that I tried Electron po.
Anong grade mo na?
Incoming grade 10 po.
grade 10.
Okay, nice.
Jeremy, you're in what grade?
I'm in grade 11.
What do you do for the electron?
I was a TV broadcaster since last year. I was a news reporter. I was assigned here by Mama Espia.
Buti may mga ganyan na, no? Kasi di ba dati ang electron sa, even di ba nyo also parang print lang yan, newspaper ngayon. Parang parang
marami na. Marami na silang
platforms.
Major platforms na may insider na, pwede ng BuzzFeed yan.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can actually explore those sa
Kasi dati tayo print lang eh. So,
print lang kasi dati.
Newspaper, yeah.
Ang alam mo lang, editorial, news, feature.
Yeah. Because I was a managing editorial din ng Banyuhay dati. So,
layout.
Managing editorial ng Banyuhay. So, yun lang. Yun lang naman eh. Kasi yun lang din naman ng
pero it's good, no? Actually, itong new format, we need to listen to you eh. So, for us to learn the new format, no?
Yeah, agree.
Maganda yung may online eh. Kapagod lang yan. I work in the online edition of Manila Bulletin and hardly sleep. Kaya hindi ako nakaka-attend ng meeting ng Alumni Association noon kasi
you were very busy.
Yeah.
Sirs, I think Mama's PL is offline or maybe doing school works.
Sige. Let's go.
Okay lang. Sige, so succeed na rin. Si Janina. So, si
Lalabas tayong iba o tayong apat lang?
No, I mean, everyone should come.
Dominic, I want to see you in quote-unquote in person.
So, si Janina, na babae pa talaga to?
Yes.
Okay.
Kaninong picture yan? Yun.
Ayan, sa Leandra. Talaga mapakita ni Dominic ka. Yun, ay.
Walang ilaw dito sa work area. Kasi Netflix area ko to eh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Netflix and chill.
Si Dominic na lang. Ano ba yan? Mas ka na dyan. Pakita ka na.
Hello, Janina. Pleased to meet you.
Hi, Janina.
Sino tong?
Hello. Nag-error.
Leandra. Nag-error?
Ikaw pa nag-record? Okay. Sige, okay.
Sige.
1, 2, 3, smile. Waki naman po. Waki.
Waki na yung mukha namin eh.
Game. 1, 2, 3.
Pwedeng ba waki at nakagano?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you po, sirs.
Thank you.
You keep in touch, Keep in touch. You help us. Continue helping the Alumni Association in providing information.
Yeah, please. Baka kailangan namin ng correspondent, electron correspondent sa Alumni Association.
Yeah.
Sure, sir. Thank you, Sir Dennis and Sir McRae.
You're welcome. Tayo tayo ng Electron Alumni Edition.
Yes. This has been such an honor to learn more about your proposed plans for the Sensation community. The election will surely be here to support you in bringing more updates regarding your projects to Shenzhen staying at home.
And that wraps it up for today's video. This has been Jeremy Hanobas.
And this has been Patricia Duty, bringing you exciting discussions
and enjoyable conversations throughout the nation. This is the Covalence. Thank you.
And see you on our next episode. Goodbye.
Bye-bye po.
Thank you, sirs.